Yo, boas pessoal, como é que é? Daqui está o Nando. Nah, just joking. Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. I'm in a great mood today. And first we have Protocol Primo over here on Twitch. And when's your Protocol Primo mode debut? It hasn't happened yet, right? Or was it already? Please feel free to share it if it hasn't happened. Sorry, I've been having so many things going at the same time lately. And I have been meaning to drop by one of your 3D modeling streams. I've watched a little bit of a VOD and I was like, this is not the same software I use. Panic mode. What is this? Unfamiliar territory. It's coming soon, probably October 1st, but it's not confirmed yet. Ah, okay, okay. So it was not my blunder. It still needs use Blender. I mean, almost everyone uses Blender, but I'm a mechanical engineer. I use mechanical engineering software. And hello, Nikoni. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday? Yes, Monday afternoon. Today is Monday, yes. And panic. Zerzon with a panic over there on YouTube. Welcome Zerzon to the stream. But yes, I panic when I see Blender and I was like, oh, Blender? Blender is supposed to blend foods. Like, you throw fruit and you get a smoothie. That's what Blender does. It doesn't create 3D models. It creates liquids out of 3D stuff. Nah, I know that Blender... I need to try Blender one of these days. I know it's the artist's choice, but I'm an engineer. This is a fork and a spoon. I'm an engineer and I'm bringing my engineering habits into the world of cosplay and artistry. And Zumu, thank you for the lurk. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Yeah, the one I'm using, Fusion, is also free. I don't think it's open source, but it is free. Not for commercial use, and the license is well explicit. It's like, as long as you're not making over 1,000 euros of profit per year out of the software, you can use it for whatever you want. And my YouTube channel is currently not making 1,000 euro per year of profit, so I can use it legally just for streaming and everything. It does have some limitations, but they are very limited limitations. They don't damage you a lot. But yeah, today I'm going to do some simple models. I started with some crazy things. Hey, I'm also an engineer and Nuni told us to use Blender. What? Fake engineer. just joking. No, but seriously, I never heard of that. Autodesk Fusion, yes, that's the one I use. Autodesk Fusion. And it is free. There is a personal use license. The website is not the easiest thing to navigate. If you Google Autodesk Fusion personal use, you can find it, and it is free to use. You just need to create an account. Yeah, in uni I used Inventor or SolidWorks. There was also Katya. I need to explore Blender. You made me curious. A software engineer. Ah, true. And I mean, even for example, if you're from electronics or something, that, I mean, engineering is a vast world. Fusion is really good to create parts for 3D printing, right? Exactly. Fusion is very good for 3D printing. You create parametric models, and that's what I'm going to do today, in specific. For me, just to give a bit of context, I'm in a yappy mood. I mean, I can yap while creating the model, but let's do the warm-up yaps. What was I about to say? Now, this is really good for creating... I got lost in the sauce while speaking. This is really good for creating parts for 3D printing. It is a parametric style of modeling. It works really well. Oh, and it was about the only one subject. I also only had one subject in my degree in mechanical engineering, but we had a lot of group works with groups of 6 to 10 people. A lot of them. Like every semester you had 2 or 3 group works. And usually in the university groups, there was kind of like the thing of there's one guy who is the modeling guy. First semester, first year, I took the role of modeling guy. Whatever my group was, I would be the guy who modeled it. That was my role every single time. So, and then in my master's thesis, I also did 3D modeling. In my PhD thesis, I also did a lot of 3D modeling. So I didn't have a lot of courses in 3D modeling in my degree. But me personally, I chose the role of the guy who does 3D models. Yeah, your weapons are very simple. And yeah, I'm following your suggestion. The other suggestion you suggested, it's a bit harder, so I'm probably not going to do it today. Today I want to go for simple stuff. I feel like yours weapons, I can do them quite quickly. And hello, Photon, aka Van, salut, welcome to the stream. But let's start with yours weapon. On the second, oh, you can see my window popping up there. I am working on some cool projects, by the way, on things for the channel. Let me just go here and open up some references. I've done that on previous streams of having the references showing up and things like that, but it was so chaotic to have to manage both screens. Waku waku. Waku waku. Ah, sono kanji wa nan desu ka? Kanji wa musukashi. I know that the first kanji that Van said was waku waku. The second part, Spy X Family Season 3 starting on October 4th, so 2 weeks from now. Spy X Family is so good. And I feel like it is a specific genre, and it satisfies me so well that, for example, I felt like Sakamoto Days was nice and kind of in the same vibe of family-oriented. It's supposed to be our Japanese name, damn! I would usually write it in katakana. For example, Sakamoto Days, I felt like it was kind of like Spy X Family in terms of vibes, but since I already watched Sakamoto Days, I was like, no. I already watched Spy X Family, I was like, I'm not interested in more of this. Spy X Family completely feels... yeah, completely feels your need for wholesome family anime where spies fight and assassins fight at the same time. So let me open up your Forger's weapon, and this will be a very simple model to start. The hardest part in 3D modeling, which is the part that comes with experience, is looking at the design and thinking, how do I tackle this? How will I... There's limitless amounts of ways you can model each weapon, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be a weapon. I'm picking up a ruler just to measure my hand, to have a reference for how big things will be. I will not be measuring the drawings themselves. I'm going to go by eye to bring a little bit of artistry into things. And what I'm starting with is drawing... this is like a stinger. You grab it and it is a spieto, you sptate it. And I'm going to start with the handle here. We'll add texture to the handle later on. My hand length. My hand is not that big. 9 centimeters. This can be a little bit bigger. I'm seeing figures of how she grabs it. So let's go for 110. The main difference between this and something like Blender is that you use a lot of... My hands are small, she never... Oh, I haven't watched the movie yet. Everyone's talking about the Kimetsu no Yaiba movie. Oh, guys, what? Hello, Afonso. Wait, 180, that's too much. Let's go like 120. The crowns are a new YouTube feature. It's kind of like how much you chat. Do not worry too much about it. Then there's like a small thingy here. This is a center line, by the way. And how long are... If the hand is like 120, the length is like 3 or 4 times that, so let's go for 450. And then we'll adapt based on how things are looking. But my hands are... I have nice hands. How many... It depends on how long the stream is. I feel like probably 3 or 4, depends on how they are going. Okay, and basically, I'm using the revolve command. We just revolve around an axis, and we already have the base shape. And hello, hello, Simon and John, welcome to the stream. If this is for 3D printing, I'm thinking of 3D printing, so a point this sharp will not work well in 3D printing. So let's go back to the sketch and just round out this point. Do we have here something to modify, like a fillet here? Yes, fillet. Okay, I did not like how that worked. I want to cut my bread with it. Let's just create our own manual stuff. And this, let's get the dimension. And now based on how big I get this, does this, yes, it moves forward and backwards. It needs to be a fiada. It will be a fiada, just not that much. Very pointy. Waku waku. I feel like this will be better. And now we edit our revolution. We deselect that part, and yeah, this is more. This feels more manageable in 3D. It's still quite sharp, but it's not a straight point like we had before. Okay. We can adapt things to look better later on. And this, the weapon, has... I should have started by looking at the details first. It has kind of like a more... Depends on also which reference I'm using. That's the thing. When you try to create models like this, depending on the references you use and everything, things can shift quite a little bit. What matters is that they look nice. If I go for something like this... I don't like it. I prefer to add more material to the handle. So let's go and make it so we have a little bit of a wider part here. Can make this be like 3 millimeters by 10. And here also 3 millimeters by 10. Get both of these around the axis. Okay, now I'm liking how this is turning out. Let's delete this old sketch. This has kind of like a texture to it, and to make this texture on the handle, what I'm going to do, basically the correct way to model usually is the easiest one. I could do something very complicated to add that texture here, but no, if it's too complicated, it's not correct. You want to be lazy when modeling. Usually, being lazy also ends up with better models. There are times where laziness is rewarded, and of course, I had to pick an area where laziness was rewarded. So I get this. Now, I can repeat just patterns. We want to select a feature, and this revolution along this axis, the axis, okay, and we can, this is 3 millimeters, no, 4, no, that's a different thing, 3 millimeters, and we can just add a bunch of them. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Can just go like this and then add more. Yeah, and this is kind of like the texture thing I was talking about. To have a more... This is already starting to look like the finished thing. Okay, let's... Because we shifted around some things in terms of how I was going to approach this. Let's make this longer. And this is in relation to that, so 160, and this also gains 40. And now these two sketches are kind of sketchy. Ha ha ha! You want me to print those? Oh sure. I have access to 3D printers at work. I'll talk to you later. I don't talk business while streaming, but I'll definitely talk to you later, Mr. Primo. And I mean, I do know for a fact that we will be probably together like 2 weeks from now, 2 to 3 weeks from now. So we will chat. I will definitely send. I will definitely send you my regards. Okay. Let's make these wider. Okay, yeah, this looks more like what I'm seeing. A bit too long now. Okay, let me... 140 is probably okay. I'm going by looking nice. I'm going the artistry route, not the engineering route. And here we can add some more of these, like... Okay. Let's do something that really helps. A? No. Yes, A for appearances. And these are kind of like coppery. I feel like painting things helps a lot. Breasts? Oh, yeah, this looks... Of course, if you're 3D printing, you will not notice, like, the material will define what... It's not over yet, by the way, just saving your weapon. I don't think it has a name. I'm very confident it doesn't have an official name. Okay, but now we need the handle here at the back. And that's once again just a revolute, like a donut. Doing donuts is not that complicated. Yeah, a donut in the back. And you just add let's go for maybe 5. Hello, Maxi! Genesis Evangelion. Are you going to Iber? Yes, I'm going to Iber. Looks like a flat donut, exactly. I'm going to Iber and I'll be there giving a talk on stage on the Talk Japan. I'll be talking about Go. I'll be working. I'm not the Go guy in Portugal. I've taken the mantle of the Go guy. I'll be at every con. You can't escape me now. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Damn, I want to do some mechas and everything in the future, but today I specifically decided to go for something chill and easy. Okay, I feel like this will not be the right size. Yeah, that's way too small. It's not that small, but it is a bit... I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, bigger donut. Okay, I prefer it now. And I think... Are we done? I think we're basically done for this one. Nope. Oh. Wait, what am I missing? I mean, it can look better if I just add... It was a small part between the donut and the other. Oh, you're right, you're right. This is not attached. You're absolutely right. I'm seeing a better reference. You're absolutely correct. I now saw a better reference. The donut is not connected there. How wide was the donut? 7 millimeters. Let's keep those 7 millimeters. I see it now. I see exactly what you mean. I saw another reference, and that reference has it very clear. I like how we are talking about the donut of the weapon. Everyone knows. And I mean, that's the good thing because of having cosplayers here. Because I have the eye of an engineer, I don't have the eye of a cosplayer. Cosplayers are so good at spotting every single detail on costumes, on outfits, on props. I haven't developed that eye yet. I have a good eye for some things. This is not my strongest. And I can tell when someone is a cosplayer. They don't miss a detail. How's the modeling going? Hello, Kralentost. It's going slow and steady. Yeah, it's more like this. It's something you develop. Yeah, for sure. I think it's a little bit shorter, but that's the good thing. These softwares use what's called parametric drawing. In parametric drawing, you have these parameters, and you just have to change one of the parameters, and the sizes update accordingly. I think it's even smaller. It looks like it exists, but it's just a smidgen. It's also kind of like... I feel like if I do this... it helps. Do I go for 3 millimeters? Nah, 2 millimeters looked better. Oh, and that there? Oh. I can just... let's do this simple and easy. And by the way, Maxi, I hope you're having a great time demolishing everyone in Age of Empires. I haven't been playing a lot, but I do have fond memories of the times we played. Yeah, exactly. You can go for an interpretation. A lot of... Nihilus pretty much all the time. No! You need to retire like me. Be from Age of Empires. Become a 3D modeler. I won my group in 7Ps. Nice. And that's it. Damn. Okay, let's... Oh, not fillet. Fillet pescada. That's not what we want. We want a chanfrazit. Like this. Yeah, depending on this part that goes like down, depending on the reference, some of them have it, some of them don't. Did you see a to grid? No, I haven't. Let me see if I can find a good manga panel. Because some of them don't have this going down. This is at the same height. And I'm wondering if it would look better. I feel like let's keep the height difference, but make it smaller. Let's chamfer this as well. And I mean, for the future, one possibility would be for me to do like commission work. And the good thing about having your own 3D modeler, dude, is that if you're a cosplayer, you could just say, oh, change this. And I'll be like, yes. Right away. Where's the circles? I think they're in, no, not sketch 3. Sketch 4. Yes. Well, I can just move them to around here. And now we need to fix what we just broke. Why are they all different color? Why do... What happened to you? Why are you... No! I don't want to paint them... Well, let's just... Isn't there a faster way to paint, like... Selecting all of these? Okay, nice. Let's add a new sketch on top. Let's fix this the easy way. We had a rectangle. Like this. And we just revolve it around the axis. We join. Okay, and this is what I wanted. And I feel like... Are we done? Does this work? Oh no, it's broken. Oh, so did you see VTuber Grid, by the way? A small cool project with this arc, about 100 people answered daily. Oh, I know the project. I thought you were asking like, did you do it today? I know the project. It's really cool. I do know VTuber Grid. I was thinking... Oh, I found a new job. Oh, congratulations on the new job. I hope it's good. I'm waiting for Nicole's verdict. Is this approved, Nicole? I'm using you as a guide. Start there in a week. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, I can go for, since we are waiting. I mean, the stream does break a little bit when I go into rendering. I mean, especially if I go into high quality rendering. But it does look nice to see it as a render. There are some details you could change, but it's good enough. If you want later, you can, I mean, or now, but later you couldn't just tell me if you want them changed. But I'm going to accept the good enough for now. Maybe, and move on to the next. This is like, we're speedrunning. This is like 20 minutes. It is an easy model. Today I'm not going for overly complex stuff. And the next one, I have two options. I feel like I'm going to go for this. And I need to... It's not a boot. That's just the image framing. And who knows where this is from. If you've watched this or read this, you know exactly where it's from. It's not a boot, no. Who knows which show this is from. Exactly. Let's go. Thorfinn's Dagger from Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is such a banger. It is one of my favorite anime of all time. The Saga of the Vinds. It is one of my favorites of all time, and this is harder to model. Make it have a vibrating knife. Ooh, the main problem of me doing Evangelion stuff is that I never watched Evangelion, and that makes it harder. Today I'm staying more inside the comfort zone. Once again, I wish I had a... Because everyone just says, like, as an outsider to Evangelion, everyone just says, oh, it's very depressing. And I'm like, okay, why do I want depression? Like, there are some anime, for example, I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, and I really want to watch Cowboy Bebop. Evangelion, everyone's like, oh, watch it, depression, and I'm like, I don't want that. I'm fine being happy. It's the best goddamn anime of all time. But it's depression. I need to watch more. I'm thinking about the measurements, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to watch more Forged in Fire. I think that's the name of the show, where they make blades and they talk about the size of stuff, like the rules that they stipulate. Oh, this must be yada yada centimeters long. If I'm closing my wrist around 3, that seems... This seems like what? Nando, when don't you watch and love depressing stuff? I like sad stuff, but usually it's things that it's sadness with a lot of hope. For example, I mean, ReZero is sad, but it's about overcoming the odds. And it's about hope and everything. Vinland Saga is also sad, but it's about... Good enough, I'm being a bad person. Your weapons are great, but I'll tell you, DM, about the details. Let me find a good man. Thank you, yes. And of course, I don't know these, but anyone who's researched them will know a lot better. I'm just trying to do my best by eye. And for example, if I want to sell models, which is something I may do in the future, like these ones that I'm doing on stream can be a good base. But to be for sale worthy, they need to be better. But it's like, okay, you have a good base you developed on stream, Nando. Now just now expand on it for commission work. That's kind of my mindset. What are the sizes for this? If I want a guard, kind of like 10 millimeters on this side. So, no, I mean 100. And that's kind of like 45 degree-ish. So let's do this the same on this side, and then we'll add some fillets, and we see how things go, how ugly or nice they look, and then based on that we adapt, overcome, evolve. Let's add just a little bit of a edge here for like the leather. Can make this symmetric even, so we have our center. And okay, how wide is this? If I'm holding like 14, that looks too blocky. 10 millimeters? Oh, I mean, is that going for... Oh, that's why it's too blocky. Let's use not a symmetric, let's use the one side. Okay, now it looks better, 12. Clearly, here we have a perfect leather handle. Nah, we need... this definitely needs some good old fillets. Yeah, I feel the EVA is just a never-ending downward spiral. Is not just a never-ending downward spiral either. It could use a little bit more light. Yeah, as I said, I judge anime before I watch them by the opening and the memes. Eva's opening is very good. Eva's memes do not invite me to watch the show. The other dagger is the same as the one on the blade part, but the handle part is different. Oh, there are two different daggers in yours weapons? Or are you talking about the other dagger? Thorfinn. Ah, okay. And yeah, Vinland Saga, like, okay, talking about one of the greatest masterpieces in the world of anime and manga, Berserk, is something that it is a show that I think it is a masterpiece, but for my personal taste, yeah, he dual wields, yes. Oh, nice, oh, I forgot he dual wields. I completely forgot about that. Okay, Berserk. I think it is a masterpiece, but for my taste, it is not exactly what I want. I feel like some things are missing, and like if I wrote Berserk, it wouldn't be better, but it would be different. It has some ingredients that I'm not a fan of. When I read Vinland's... or watched Vinland Saga, it was like, this is kind of like Berserk, but being exactly what I want. I wouldn't change a thing about Vinland Saga. I really like Vinland Saga. I like the tone, I like the messages. I'm a huge fan of Vinland Saga. This looks kind of weird, but we'll see. We'll see what you get, what we get. Okay, here, let's just project this. And then we have an offset, yes, to the inside. Leather is being wrapped around the metal. So this is kind of small. This is a pure metal part. And we extrude it like... I will adjust the measurements at the end. I feel like this... That's way too round. This feels more adequate. It's because of how the leather wraps around it makes it feel more round. What is your favorite character from Vinland Saga? Ooh. Ooh. I will skedaddle. Have a great stream. And thanks for dropping by, Maxi. Good luck with the new work. Good luck on the new job. Oh, but okay. That's a great question. Favorite character of Vinland Saga? I mean, I could think a lot and give like a philosophical, like very complex reason. If I want to be honest, exact Ashelab. If I want to be honest, it is Ashelab without a doubt. I'm a big Ashelab fanboy. Huge. I really like him as a character. Oh, the Drunk Priest is nice. I think Aselad is probably my number one. By far. Okay, here it's... Okay. Like, Canute is also interesting, especially how much he... Like, all characters are really cool. Thorfinn himself, of course. But Ashelad is such a banger of a character. I will not spoil how Ashelad's journey ends, but I mean, I also really like Thor's. Thorfinn's father. I'm thinking if there's someone else. Yeah, but the more I think about it, it does have a lot of cool characters, but the more I think, the more I just go with, nah. Just Ashelad. Thorkel, yeah, Thorkel is also nice. Okay, this is, we are going to add depth to it. We're going to start thin and then add the depth, so this seems decent-ish. Let's add oh, what? I can go for the point right now. And this will be curve. We'll add a curve later on. I think this is probably... oh, let's save, wait. Thorfinn Blade. I think Thorfinn is 2 Fs or 2 Ns. I never know when it's double letters. Let's go for... Oh. Sketch dimension. Thorfinn... Okay, so I have it wrong. Ah! No! Let's constrain. You are... No. You are there. Da-da-da. Let's add a little bit more length. Okay, it wasn't happy because we need to add more length to this first, and then... Ooh. Something is not right with our parameters. Why is everything breaking? You from here to nope, not that measure. Create, sketch dimension. Let's make this become healthier. 55? How much is it to here? Ah, why are those points moving? Let's project this geometry. Why is everything moving around? You shouldn't be moving around. This point from here to here, it's 10 millimeters, that is correct. This point from here to here, it's 10 millimeters. Why are you so woo? Sketch dimension from here to here, it is 80. So from here to here, it is 40. Now the sketch is happy. Now we can add the tip of the blade. But yeah, it was such a huge banger to watch Vinland Saga. I miss Vinland Saga. Where is the anime returning? I think the manga is already over, if I remember correctly. Oh, I really like this curvature. I really like how the curvature turned out. We can tune the parameters always, but I'm liking how the shape is taking shape. I mean, I'm also thinking, for example, I'm thinking of printing this as the final product. If you're a cosplayer and you know materials, probably, and this would be something for me to consider, I'm also learning the craft. You would print this without the leather part and then just wrap the leather around it. I think it would look nicer. Because some parts of fabrication are hard to mimic. I feel like wrapping the leather is something that a cosplayer could easily do and make this look better. I feel like. Not crafting a metal blade and everything, that's a little bit more tricky, but making the core and then having someone wrap it around. Yeah, 100%, you don't print everything, exactly. That's what I like about doing things. Because when you start doing things, you think about things that are very obvious, but not if you never dived into that area. That's also why I like diving into areas. For example, last time I was in... you print the metal parts and then you assemble it like you would a metal blade. Yeah, it makes complete sense. Last time I was in Anime Con, for example, I was talking... I mean, if people here are from the Portuguese side, they will maybe know who I'm talking about. I was talking with a tattoo artist, and I mean, I never did a tattoo. I'm not a master in tattoos, but I was very curious about asking questions and knowing more about the craft. I love knowing about everything, be it cosplay, be it whatever the art is, whatever the occupation is. I love to know the nuances, because every single craft has a nuance. Everything is easy until you're the one doing it. When you're the one doing it, you realize that maybe things are hard. Until then, super easy. Let's add a little bit of... Oh, that's too much. And now, I feel like if we add a 2 distance... chamfer here. Let's see how this will look. 2 distances and this one. We go for this. It's not happy. It's not happy with what I wanted to do. So I'm thinking, what's the best approach for this? This would be too easy. Should return eventually, not sure how long it will take. True. Okay. I'm thinking, what's the best way to do this? I'm going to start... Oh, damn, that looks menacing. I'm going to start by seeing if this works. Now I'm testing. Until now, I was just... I know what to do, I just need to execute it. Now, I'm having new challenges, which I like, and I'm testing... How do I tackle this? If I use a sweep... Sweep wa doko desu ka? Hai hai. Etto ne. Sweep desu. Hai. Along this path. Okay, this is kind of what I wanted. Ooh, and I think this will work. I'm starting to... The vision is now coming clear. Now I can mirror that. And it is here. I mirror a feature. This feature, I mirror it along... Do I have the plane? Yes, it's this plane. Oh, not that plane? This one? Mirror plane, okay. This one. Now we fix this mess at the tip. And now, can we... Let me just check. Can we... Where's loft? It's in create. Loft. Can we do something like loft from here? Here. Oh no, wait. From this to this. Let's do it one at a time. That's working. Let me just do the other side and then I want to fix that mess there. The loft is basically a command where you select 2 planes and it fills whatever is in the middle. It tries to interpolate, and I think we are starting to have something that does look like a blade. Okay, here we have the mess. How do I fix you? Sometimes fixing a mess is harder than it looks. Can I do you negative loft? Like if I loft from here to here and tell it to cut, you will create something very weird. Let's go back to the past. I think it would be... Okay, I think this is way easier. I don't know how to explain it in English, mas essa coisa aí no meio não é para dentro em vez de ser em cima da blade. Essa coisa aí no meio. This? Oh, I think it... yeah, I think it goes out and then it's easier to dig it. I think it has kind of, if I understand it correctly, the edge, like this part is raised and then it goes down in the center a little bit. I think that's how it works. So then we just need to dig. But I know exactly what you mean. Okay, but let's go back to the past. We have time control. I think, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Okay, this was too much to the past. Okay, there's a sweep. Wait. No. There's a sweep. Yeah, because now, if we don't have the two of them colliding, this is way easier to cut. We just need to go here. At this stage, it's a lot easier to just... whoop. Yeah, and now we do the mirror. Oh, wait. Did that disappear? What did I do to make it disappear? What? I Thanos snapped my own thing out of creation. What? Wait. Okay, let's do it again. It does work. Yeah, not sure if it's a hole or just a more raised part of the core. Yeah. We need a weapons expert here. Okay, let's advance in time. And now we also mirror the extrude. Okay, maybe if instead of doing features, we do bodies. And we join. Okay, that works way better. Okay, now you perish. Wait. Why is this? Eh? Why is this on a different path? Has this always been happening? Was this not symmetrical? Why does this happen? That makes me think that the blade is not symmetrical. And it should be. Let's go further back. Not... I said further back. Because that's happening. 40, 30. Let's add some more constraints here. Oh, yeah, it's not symmetrical. I kind of liked how it was looking, though. Let's go for something like 28, which is more similar. We've discovered the cause. Yeah, now it's correct. I prefer the 30. Not this. $30. The main thing that I can tell that I have a lot of experience in doing this is how quickly I can discover what's going wrong. When I see people working in 3D modeling, it's so easy to get stuck in annoying bugs, and people start screaming at the software like, "Software, you're doing things wrong!" And it's never the software's fault. You're probably just not... Let's see. You're probably just... You blundered somewhere along the way. Okay, this is not happy. For example, right now the software is not that happy. Is there a better way to do this? Let's keep adding. Let's remove... I can... If I fillet this... Now this will all count as the same face. Me wrong? Never! Oh wait. Tangent edge. Merge keep. What happens if I put keep? No, you're still not happy. this should be enough to make you happy. Huh? Oh, I think you subtracted and I want you to join. I think there were better ways to do this shape. I think we are being way too dank. I mean, but we are getting there. I go from here to here. I don't think you're very happy. No, you aren't. Oh, we do. If I just loft from that to there. Yeah, this seems bladey. Just Fedora. Blady instead of Milady. Okay, that doesn't work. We can just fill that. Up. Oops. Okay, that's visible here. But in a real scenario, no one would ever see that, but still. Let's make it look nicer. Like, that's very small detail. Is there a better way to make this? I know that's tiny, but I cannot unsee it. Okay, if I do can I do like a loft from... Oops, let's not go inside our blade. Nah, software is not happy with that. How do I get rid of this tiny mess? The obsession. This is the kind... And the problem is, based on how that is looking, that's the kind of thing that if we update our model, it won't get updated automatically. Like, you updated your model, haha. All of this that you did to erase your tiny mistake has been erased. I don't think that will work. Wait. Yeah, what I'm doing, Now you're watching me panic. Let's go for a rectangle. A rectangle. Here. Okay. And now... Okay, if we take down the guidelines, let's change the visual style. It is slightly noticeable. I mean, but that's the kind of thing. Let's keep going. I think that will be invisible, considering how 3D printing works. Now, because I've been spent so long looking at it, no one will be able to unsee it. Oh, I don't want hidden edges. Visual style, shaded. Oh, shaded with visible edges only. I hate that so much. Wait. Why is that not symmetrical? Ah, now it is. 0.26. And hello, Jesse. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice day. Okay, and this one was fixed easily compared to the other one. Okay. Oh, but the U-shape kind of got lost, but we get it now back by going here. Kind of like 13. And let's get it parallel here. Complete the shape. This is definitely being a bigger challenge than yours weapon. Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of the shape we want. And now we mirrored it all. That's a thick blade. Let's make it a little bit thinner. Yeah, because when we mirror, we are doubling it. And it looks way... And now I'm scared if this will destroy everything that we've done. Is this one? Let's go for 0. Blades are clearly meant to be done with fire hammers and sweat, not with formula rulers and neurons. So true. Okay, some things just broke. Why aren't you? That side is working, why aren't you working? Let's try again. If we do the other. Okay. Oops. Well, let's make it just 2 here. Oh wait. This is neat. Let's erase the future. This is looking way better. I don't know what I changed. You're going to be updated and you as well. But this is somehow looking better. Don't erase the future, please. Sorry, those. You come to my stream, futures get erased here. I mean, I'm not the one who makes the rules. There's no more future. Heard it here first. That means I did a PhD for nothing. No. King Crimson. Oh, I need to do some JoJo stuff in the future. JoJo's so cool. I cannot hear a JoJo reference without thinking JoJo's so cool. It is physically impossible for me to hear a JoJo reference. I miss watching JoJo. I also miss watching Golden Kamuy. When is that returning? Anyone here working on Golden Kamuy knows when the anime will return? Okay. What am I doing? Let's make this like this. This like that, and I wonder what will come out of here. If now we go here, select this shape, and oh, what comes out is a huge mess. I think I should have started like all of this part that I'm doing. That's the problem with improper planning. I should have done all of this differently to not have these small issues. Wait, there's one thing that I can do here. I feel like the best way to solve this is just to go here. Why didn't that work? Oh! Because something wasn't selected right. Ah! Work! King Crimson. Okay, this... Now I'm happy. I was overcomplicated things a lot. Now I'm very happy. Oh, there's still that gap there. Oh, but since this is kind of like the ledge, that works. That works. I'm happy. I'm glad everything crashed out. See, things bug out for a reason. Everything bugged out because things were not good enough. And they bugged out to teach me a lesson. To teach me, no, you need to do things right. All of your fans, they want to see you do a proper Thorfinn blade. They do not want to see you do a scuffed blade. Make Ashelad proud. It looks much better now. It's just details. There, I think you can go for a little bit more than 1 millimeter. Maybe minus 1.4. Yeah, I kind of like that. And now let's do the mirror once again. Yeah, now it looks sharp. And damn, it fell right from this on this point. But yeah, now it looks way sharper. I'm glad we erased the future. Yeah, this looks way better now. I'm way more satisfied with how the blade is looking now. I think this is already steel. Appearance, steel. Yes. We can go for another type of steel then, but first let me add the 2 runes here. It's not a straight. It looks nice, yes. Let's go. I mean, no offense, Kratos, but you and me are not cosplayers. So we are both celebrating, and the cosplayers that are watching this are like, oh, what an abomination. That is atrocious. How dare they? They call this Starfinn's dagger. Okay, I'm seeing another... Okay, I'm happy because I'm seeing other 3D models online. Some of them are better, but some of them are worse. So I'm not the worst one in the world. I'm happy with that. I don't have last place, I'm happy. A blacksmith would show up. And oh, and Nicole, by the way, you are 100% correct. The center part is like a hole. This part is, yeah, and in some... No, I think this works the way we have it, but it is dug. It is dug out from the blade. You are absolutely correct. Now that I'm watching... Yeah, I wasn't watching... I should have looked up other references before. I was just watching that single panel that I have there on screen. Why wasn't I looking up at other references? Okay, but now we have 2 runes here. On this side. And they're kind of... Oh, yeah, I was looking at better references of the runes. They're just... kind of like an arrow. Wait, can I find the actual runes? No, they're basically just an arrow. Here. I'm always correct, please. I mean, in this area, I'm going to give it to you. If we are discussing Go, you still have to beat me. In that, even though our legendary matches have showed up in newspapers and everything, you haven't beaten me in Go. That's kind of like 45 degrees. I feel like that's wait, this is more. That goes around. Only a matter of time. I hope I will beat you this Cyber anime. Come at me. That goes around half the length. That's around 6 millimeters. And then the shape. It's kind of like... I had a good reference, but I lost it. Okay, that's the good one. It's kind of like pointy on all directions. So kind of like this. I feel like it's more akin to this. Okay, let's add dimensions so things don't break all the time, and so we have the power to change them. Sketch. Okay, D. I need to memorize that. That's a useful command. Memorize the D. Meowth is in the void. I have been Meowth in the past. In a random video, I voiced Meowth. What was the context of that? I don't remember. It was some project for Junken. I have been Meowth in a very random circumstance. And okay, now we can just move them. We can copy and... Maybe... No, copy and paste will be the last thing. First, let's see if it looks nice. Oh, that feels too deep. Oh, I like how that looks. Wait, what first? Oh, it was... I know, it was Junken's karaoke stream. He did a karaoke stream, and he sung Pokemon's opening? No, not Pokemon's opening, the Team Rocket theme. And there's a part where Meowth goes like, Meowth, that's right. And I did voice acting for that, like the clip played of me saying, Meowth, that's right. That's such a weird moment. Okay, let's grab the second one. I think they're a little bit too far apart. But I'm liking how they are turning out. I think the scale is nice and the placement. Just think they need to be a little bit closer. Ooh, let's make it sure that they are not, that they are aligned. Is it equal? Where's something like collinear? It's like, where's something like collinear? And there's literally a command that's collinear. Okay, now... I think this kind of works. In some references, they're a little bit bigger. I can make them bigger. I feel like just a tad bit bigger. Why do you break? You are supposed to be collinear with this. I mean, I can just... That's 5 mil. I can just yeet that out of existence. 6.5, 6.5. Let's get this just a tad bit bigger. 10.5. Copy, paste. Let's add the collinear once again. This is collinear with this. Okay. And the distance from here to here is 4 millimeters. Let's select both. Okay, I think that's fine. Just move this point a little bit more towards there. Okay, yeah, that's better, that's better. With some of the changes that we made to the sides, I was no longer enjoying how that looked. Yeah, that's better. Let's make them darker. Now they look well like this, since they're already indented. And they are only on one side, I believe. This pommel should be a little bit bigger. And I think it should also be... Some pommels are kind of... I was like, oh, you're wrapping leather around it. But usually this is kind of wider. In fact, because you don't wrap leather around it all. And at the end you have like... This needs to be wider to stop the leather from like sliding off. So I do think this is like this. Uh, 13. A little bit longer. 14 is okay. Let's chamfer that. Oh, this is 2 distance. I want equal distance. And this is the leather part. And now I'm kind of thinking that I will leave it like this. Because adding the leather texture is a lot of work. And I feel like, as we were talking, you would just wrap leather around this. I feel like it's better to leave it like this, and then you would wrap leather around it. Do we call it a day for this weapon? I can do the other one later. But do you think we should call it like this? I wonder. I feel like, yeah, I feel like leaving it like this works best. The blade is definitely the most important part, and we got that down. And this is a good base shape for then someone to just wrap leather around it and give it the look of the blade. Let's make the material just for the preview. Let's make the material something like leather. Does this have leather? Isn't there a high dark metal on where the blade meets the hold? Oops. Let me check. Let me check. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I can dig a little bit and then make it darker. I think I know how I'm going to do that. Like, go here. I really like how this went. How this zooms into a very cinematic view. If I understand what you're referring to... Oops. I think it was this, but correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong. Let's get some metal, some steel. Steel Satan to the face. Yeah, I want to add another Steel Satan and make this darker. Correct me if you are wrong. I need to add that one. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write it down. Wait a second to add to my wall of quotes. One more quote for... Not quite, I meant even on top. Like a guard for the ladder. Oh, you mean this? I think this is leather itself. Or is it metal? Now I need to check more references. Oops, wrong monitor. Yeah, I know what you mean now. And I'm like, is that leather? I think that's leather as well. Or is it darker metal? Bricks leather pattern. I think it's kind of like the final loop that you add to the leather. But on other references, it does look more metal-y. Yeah, I'm going to add it as metal. I understand what you mean. Offset. This is kind of like this size. Okay. Yeah, kind of like this, and then this would be like oops. Hit the pommel. .5. Let's project this geometry. That's a little bit, but I guess it works. It's kind of like, it feels like it has a entrada zeta, a little thingamajig. Wait, it ruined this side. Wait. Offset -1, extrude, entrada zeta. Yes, -1 millimeter. Yeah, kind of like this. I feel like this should be a bit longer even. Let's go back to the past and hope we don't ruin everything. What's defining that size there? If this ruins everything, you're banned. I'm just joking. Oh no, one warning. It's funny how your voice changes when you speak other languages. True! I agree. I saw... Review one. Compute failed. No target body. If I delete this... Yeah, nothing wrong happens. Nice. I sound... amazing in all languages. Amazing is not the word I was going for. No, it's not annoying. I love 3D modeling, by the way. This is not annoying work. Labrego. I sound more Labrego in Portuguese. That is true. I have a very strong accent in Portuguese. In English, people find my accent peculiar. Everyone's like, where's that accent from? That's such a weird thing. In Portuguese, they're like, "Ei, labrego, ei." Okay, let's grab our steel Satan for faces. This is annoying because I need to paint each face. My accent. Only need to learn how to be labrego in English. True. The most important skills for a streamer. I need to learn how to be a labrego in Japanese. Nihongo no labrego desu. Hi hi. Ah, stop disappearing menu. You're so annoying. Wait, is that no longer? Ah. Sometimes it is in the correct color, but the angle makes it seem brighter than it is. Okay, now I have all of these faces. This one, this one. By the way, this doesn't count at all for 3D printing. It's just, I made a model, now I want it to look nice. As simple as that. Because this will not show up in the printing. But I mean, a craftsman needs to be proud of their craft. Ooh, we're now painting this in a leathery way. Painting all of these surfaces, but let's see if we have something that's kind of like leather. Other? Base materials? No. Paint, plastic, site work, asphalt? Sand? I hate sand. It's coarse and behold, we have a sand blade. Okay, wood, stone. Miscellaneous. Air. The air blade. Rubber? I think rubber so far is the most similar to leather. Water, calm sea. I love fabric. Wait. Oh, maybe leather is a good way to represent leather. Oh, that looks better than I think it's a bit darker. Oh. How do you ooh. I just want to change RGB. It doesn't allow me. Because it's not quite black. I don't think there's like dark brown. I mean, there's leather generic. Can I paint leather generic? I can. Oh, yes. Futon. Airblade. How do I say that in... How is air? I forgot. My Japanese level will get revoked. But yeah, this looks nice. This is very leathery leather. Kase Yaiba. That's wind, but it works. Or you do the classic and you say Airblade. You go for the katakana method. Come on. Paint those. Yeah, we gotta be a perfectionist. Gotta have some nice print screens. I know cookie. Oh, cookie? Yes, cookie works. Futon. I'm thinking about the bed, but futon I think it's more like wind style because you have katon and raiton and suiton, and sui is water. So maybe air can just be fu? I know cookie can be air as well, but I think it's different air. Yeah, cookie yomenai is someone who can't read the air, can't read the room. That's a very common expression in Japanese. Huh? What do you think? As I said, this is not a perfect shape because it is supposed to be wrapped around with leather to give it more of a natural shape. But I think it's decent. Let's go for a rendering, just to melt my PC. I don't know why I built it sideways in terms of the reference of the modeling website. Not the website, the software. Kaze. Yeah, Kaze works. Kaze is wind. Kaze, na, na, na. Oh no, it's almost Padoru season. We're almost there. Let's go for a high quality render and see how it looks. Looking at the render, I feel like we need to make this just a little bit deeper. Because with all of these lines, that looks deep. Yeah, deeper, yes. We gotta go deep. Oh, that's way better. That is already way better. I feel like the lighting is a bit off. Wait, no, it's there. I'm going to make the runes more visible. The lighting is a bit off because of the weapon being sideways. What? Runes? Oh, I know what happened. Because the runes were built in relation to this, and I changed where this is. I used this plane to draw the runes. I can fix that easy. Just need to find out where the runes are. They are here. And we make it symmetric. And they are back. They are kind of a bit too deep now. But I feel... Oh, that... I was about to say, that's hard to fix. No, it's not. You don't need to fix it in the past. You can just do book. Book, okay. Trush. 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 And done. Yeah, that's better. And now let's grab the darker color and paint this darker so it's more visible. Faces. Oops. Let's zoom in. Add more steel. And now only these ones are left. Okay, now they should be way more visible. The runes were escaping. Can I change the lighting? Wait. Scene settings. Ooh. How will this look? Okay, now it's a bit too bright. And I can't do this too often or else the stream will implode. Yeah, I feel like this works. I can also go for 2 types of cameras. I think perspective works better. Can change the focal length as well. Wow! Yeah, you can mess around with this quite a bit as well. Oops. What? Ah! It's the exposure. Okay, I'm liking this better. That's a little bit too bright, but I like the brighter blade. Now let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's just a bit too bright there. The blade itself, I'm happy. Stream will be lagging for a bit, but it looks really cool. The Thorfinn's blade. And now, okay, he has 2. Let's go for the other one. Also, before I forget, I want to see, because sometimes you lose notion of the scale you are using, and of course you can scale everything up and down. I want to have a file with all of our weapons grouped up. Let's see how they look side by side. Place Thorfinn blade. Do I also include my pocket watch just for reference? And yours weapon. I mean... let's... rotate them. Okay, and oh, Thorfinn's blade. I want to rotate you. Ooh. Yeah, not bad. Let's place it again. Because I want you to... I don't want to have you, like, floating. Yeah. I feel like yours weapon, now looking at them side by side, maybe longer? Probably longer. Or maybe maybe yours weapon is okay, and Thorfinn's blade is the one that is huge. But as I said, scaling up and down things is quite easy. Let's place for reference. Wait, how does the Reaper look in comparison? This should be huge. Yes, okay. This is the weapon that I made from Gachakuta. It's a little bit bigger. A little bit more complex. And now the pocket watch. I'm going to leave it there. I mean, deleting it is easy. And here we have my pocket watch. But yeah, here we have my arsenal of things I've modeled on stream already. But next, let's go for the other Thorfinn blade. Oh, this is like things. Your and Thorfinn weapons for minutes. I mean, look at the size of the pocket watch. They're not that small. This weapon is about 2 meters long. That's the thing. This scissor is huge. If you compare it to my pocket watch, the weapons are not that small. The scissors are just huge. They are taller than a person. They look cool. I can't believe I did that. What? I'm so cool. If I was watching like a stream of someone with my quality, I would definitely leave a like on YouTube and follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Definitely. If I was watching such a cool stream, damn, you're so lucky. I can't watch my stream. I can only make it. この番組はグランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Okay, now the other blade is a little bit... Hey, Pipe. The other blade is just a tiny bit shorter, I believe, with a different style of cross guard. I'm going to start with this one and make changes. So let's... How do I like make another one of those? Can I like duplicate? Thorfinn blade. Just because I don't know what's going to pop up here. I'm still exploring this software. I'm just, to play it safe, going to hide the software while I'm trying to duplicate it. Oh, copy. Un momento, por favor. Okay, save as. If I save as with another name. Okay, I think this will work. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V and Alt F4. Okay, we have Thorfinn Blade the second. Okay, now I'm going to search for an image real quick to see if I can put it up on screen. Thorfinn dagger manga. Why does it show him with like a fucking cozinha? That's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to use this image for the stream. Ta-da! Oh, this is the best I could find in short notice, and now we are doing we did the right one. Now we're going to do the left one. Yes. And we are going to start from this. I think the blade is the same. The handle... What? I was like, why is this so cramped? Yes, I need to close that side panel. The handle is different. The guard. It's more of a cross guard kind of situation. I'm just confirming things. Yes. So let's start by subtracting. Okay, I know what I'm going to start with. I have a plan on how to tackle this. Project. We have this face. Now we get this. We're going to build this like an actual blade. And we go for... No, finish sketch. Go for an extrude. Yeah, we start by removing the previous guard. Wait, I can go to object to here. And then I just want to also delete that small part there. Oh, I think the handle is smaller with a longer blade. Okay, okay. That's... I think we can fix that. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. Wait, why does this widen? There. What did I select for the... Oh, you're also supposed to be select. Okay, I think that's the only problem with... Huh? It should be cutting. So I think the problem is this. Oh yeah, this is now not required. Okay, now this is correct. I just need to fix this part here. Ooh, we're inside the blade. Okay. We have here the groundworks for our new weapon. Handle is smaller, longer blade. Where is our blade shape? Another thing you can do if you're doing like a project that's really, like, you know you're going to spend a lot of time in this project, you can rename your sketches. For example, this will be Thingamajig Part Muck Sketchy. And that way, by giving such cool names, it would be easier for you to organize. I feel like this one has more of a shape like this. No, I knew this would happen. Maybe search anime version of it. Okay, okay. Orphan Dagger anime. Okay, that's the one I already have. Oh, with these... Do I start again from scratch? Show me a better angle. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, the shape is quite different. That's not the one. Of course, sometimes the thing is you see one frame and it has one shape, you see another frame and it has another shape. Oh yeah, the shape is... I found a good image now. I think we can still work with our old base. Let's see, if the old base is giving too much trouble... we abandon it. I feel like the blade parts, I think it just looks bigger because of the oval shape of the handle. Could be. Did I increase the size too much? Yeah, maybe if the blade is the same, that would make my life easier. And I think it is. Yeah, I think the blade is kind of the same size, and it makes sense if they are paired daggers. And the handle... You don't need to increase the blade, exactly. My life has just become a lot easier. I feel like the runes need to be a little bit more forward here. Because we're going to eat a little bit of the blade. Nom 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 nom. What we need to do is create an arch. Kind of like this. We will add some sketch dimensions. I don't understand. Don't worry. You're already helping out a lot. And by the way, if you ever need to leave or something, do not worry. But I am very thankful for the ideas that you shared with me, for dropping by, for giving me your insights. It does help me big time. Trust me. So thank you so much for dropping by today, Nicole. Okay, this is the radius. No, that's the position. The radius, probably I can add another okay. This is kinda... Oops. Okay, I think this radius should... No, but there's something going on here. Let's add this, and now we have this midpoint. And this needs to pass by this midpoint. Okay, and now if we update this... Yeah, the sketch dimension from... Okay, wait a second. Why is this point there? Okay, let's do this again. No problem, I'm still working, running some unit tests. Good luck on the work and on the tests. I'm also working. I'm working on streaming. Who knows, maybe one day this can become more of a work. Oh yeah, I saw the other day that you were getting some fabric. I know that for cosplayers, I think it was fabric, right? I know that for cosplayers, fabric is like the coolest thing ever. That's one thing. I can be skilled in some areas. I consider myself a skilled person, even in handiworks. I've worked in metal quite a bit and things like that. If there's one thing I don't understand is how to work with fabrics. Fabrics are definitely not a part of my expertise. Okay, now this is now I got the constraint that I wanted. Just need the radius. Now I'm happy with this. Like this works. Maybe one day you'll be the fabric master. I bought peach skin fabric. Ooh. I found a really nice place to get good fabric. Yeah, I never worked a lot with fabric, but when you found a good place for metal work or steel or a good supplier, man, if you ever worked metal, having nice steel instead of something that's cheap and bad makes your life so much easier. Like, you can make bad steel look like the same part sometimes. It depends on what you're doing. Some things are impossible. You can make bad steel look good, but the difference in how long you spend is insane. If you have good steel, things are just easier. My mind is imploding. I feel like that's perpendicular. No. What's the angle? How did I define that? Let's go for this version of... zero. Oops. Nope, I want them to be... I know. Let's create a line. And let's constrain this point to this line. Oh, that dimension shouldn't be there. Constrain this point to this line. Okay, and now this is the angle problem we have. Oops. We just sketch dimension this from here to here. Let's go 95. From here to here, is this 95? Oh, no. 95. Now they are the same angle. And now we add another arch. Oops. I said we add another arch. This seems kind of like what we want. We extrude. And we make this symmetric. Join. And that's almost already kind of the thing we want. It's not done yet, but it's already getting there. I feel like it's a little bit... Oops. A little bit smaller on this side. And that angle feels like it's too steep. That can be changed by this number. 90. 90. Oops, everything went back there. Let's... Okay, now it looks better. Now, the thing is, I started talking about this and doing the... Like, this is practice, but also I've talked about commissions and everything. Working on this is making me want to actually design my own stuff for my own cosplays. Is this how you join the cosplayer groups? Is this how you become a cosplayer? Start doing things and then you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh no. Am I getting... Because I've done cosplaying, but it's... like very amateur, I would consider what I did. But this is making me want to go more... to do more stuff. Honestly, for a Thorfinn cosplay, what else would you need? True! I just need... oh... Does Thorfinn get a beard? Ah, yes, he does. There's a part where he has a beard. Okay, I can do Thorfinn. I mean, yeah, I can pull off Thorfinn Season 2 of the anime. My hair is kinda long like right now. Okay, all plans have been changed for River Anime. I'm going to... No, it's too... Not enough prep time. But yeah, Vinland Saga is definitely a show. Oh, I can cosplay... the one that would give me even less effort to cosplay would be Thorfinn's friend from Season 2. What's his name? The other guy. The guy who... Vinland Saga other guy. It doesn't show up, it showed the Aselar. It's not the Aselar that I want. Oh! In one of the pictures it has him. With people with mustaches and beard. Yeah, that's my criteria. That's why, I mean, sometimes I do cosplay of characters that don't have beard and I have a beard, and I mean, it's like, okay, it's not a one-to-one recreation, and I think that's one of the cool things of cosplay. People aren't demanding a one-to-one recreation. Now I'm looking at the priest. The priest is the one that has the beard closest to me. Oh no! I don't want to cosplay a drunken priest. I mean, he is a cool character. What's the name of the other guy? Vinland Saga farmer guy? No. His face is showing up, but it's not saying his name. Thorfinn Friends Season 2. Einar! Einar! It's Einar! Exactly, I could cosplay Einar. I could definitely cosplay Einar from Vinland Saga. Oof! That was quite a journey. Einar. Okay, let's go back to the weapon. Let me open up the reference. I think this is still a little... Yeah, this is, especially on this axis, it's very blocky. And I think it needs to be a little bit, just a smidgen smaller. Oh. No, do not disappear. Let's add a constraint so this stops disappearing. Okay, if we put this at 75. 75. This is now 85. One thing that you can do, I'm updating things manually. You can go, for example, this will always be this measure minus 10. Oops, plus 10. This is this. I'm showing you how to do this like a pro. This is this plus 10. This is equal to this. And now I can just, for example, I update this one, and everything updates accordingly. That's how you do things correctly. If this is for when I worked in robotics, and I had to change things around quite often, this is how I would do it. This is how you do things correctly. This is parametric modeling. Also known as magic. Oh, this needs to be a little bit further back. Okay. Everything's calculated. I feel like it's a little bit too small. Wait, that's... Why isn't that symmetric? In what plane am I sketching this? That's not the center plane. That's that. Oh, can I do like this symmetric? Yeah, two sides. So, well, okay, we need to inspect. I think we are drawing on this plane. 5.8. So we need to move everything 2.9 millimeters down. So this is 9 minus 2.9. Oops, this is two sides, and the other side is plus. No, this is the minus side, and the other side gets plus 2.9. Okay, now that's correct. Saved. Okay, we can get it a little bit thicker, because the lack of symmetry was making things look different. One less millimeter. I'm being a little bit too perfectionist, but... Hello, hello, Pickle McDillionaire! What's up, supermodels? What's up, Pickle? Hope you're having a nice day. We're making a blade. We're making Thorfinn's weapons. And here, I'm going to do the same thing. I just think the pommel is a bit bigger. Or not. Yeah, the pommel looks bigger on this one. So let's offset this. And it's kinda angled. It's kinda like this. In fact, I think it starts normal. Let's add some 8 millimeters. And then angle it. Join, and I think that looks nice. And then you would wrap the letter around this. Here I feel like we have something of chamfer as well. Oops. To distance. That's a bit too much. Or is wait, no, I think I'm going to do offset plane. From here, let's get a plane like this. Create a sketch. Project. Can go for this one. And offset it a little bit. Okay, we extrude. join. Can I extrude without doing a sketch? I can, that's nice. Where's the angle? Can I go for like 20 degrees? Okay, I think you're annoyed because you don't have the inner part. Let's do the sketch, so that way I can easily select both parts. Go here, and now I can go for 20 degrees. Join, oops. I just need to change this. Okay, okay. I like what we're cooking. Now let's just change the color, and I think that's it. Material, and this looks brassy, probably bronze. They wouldn't use brass in a weapon. We go for metal, bronze. How does our polished bronze look like? Oops. Only to a face. No, I said only to a face. Oh yeah, this looks exactly like it. And these edges, okay, they look, let me just chamfer them a little bit because they look weird. The fact that they are so boxy. Just a tad bit. It's gonna make things look more real. This is all 0.5. Gotta go, good luck with that and correct me if you're wrong. And hope you have a nice rest of the day, and thank you so much for the company, for the advices and everything. Hope you have a great one, Nicole. Thanks for dropping by. I will send you the finished result, and I will check your comments on it's acceptable, as you said it. I am curious to see what my eyes have missed. Color this bronze. Painting, like, it's one of the... This is the least important step and the least technical step. This is kind of like, if you want to use a very strong word, pointless. But I love doing this. And I mean, if you're not enjoying, if you're skipping the part that you enjoy doing, what are you doing? Enjoy the thing. Have fun. You always type good luck, have fun when you play a video game. But do you think about what the words mean? Every day we keep writing words and we do not think about what they mean. If we thought more, we would find out that we are so wise. Yet we do not listen to our own wisdom. We are fools. We are fools because we do not listen to how intelligent that we are. We skew our perspectives. We choose to run when we can walk. And therefore, we are never content with the fate that befalls upon us. But now, if you join the Nando streams, you can unlock the full potential. Why do I mix everything with silliness? I mean, self-promotion is not silliness, it's a hallmark. Power talk, exactly. And speaking of my content, there are cool things in the horizon. I was just talking to an artist before I started the stream for some plans. Oh, let's also make this bronze. This looks super nice. It doesn't look nice, it looks super nice. That's even better than looking nice. Oops. Yeah, sometimes I do struggle with these menus a little bit. That's something that wouldn't happen to me in my inventor days. Well, that face isn't painted. Got a lot of bronze. And I think we're done. And I think this looks really cool. I don't know why, I think I kinda even prefer this one to the other one. Where's Thorfinn Blade the 1? I hope I didn't overwrite the other one. Imagine now if I would find out, oh, actually, you were... No, the other one is still here. Safe and sound. We have our 2 blades. Let's go to the render. Looks epic. Yeah, this one looks really nice. I even like this one more than the other. Like, in the context of the show, I prefer the design of the other one. I think it's more iconic. But in the context of designing a weapon that looks cool, I really like how this one turned out. Not going to render a lot because I know computer struggles. And let's place here... Oh, I should place another one of those. I can remove the pocket watch for now. Oh, I can just move it. Oh, the gears. Let's remove you and then we add you later on if we need you again for some comparison. Ah. Why are you giving me so much trouble? Let's add all of our weapons here. I also want to add a second your weapon, because she uses 2 of them. And I'm going to do this one to the other one as well. 90 degrees. Okay, and I don't know why, but I find it easier to delete things and add again. Probably I'm missing the correct button. Let's just do this. Rotate it. And rotate it like this. And this is nice. And now let's add a second. The Thorfinn Blade 2. You rotate this like this. They look really cool. I'm very happy with how the blades turned out. They were a lot of work, especially this shape here, but I'm proud of how we managed to work around it and make it work. And the freaking freaking Caesar. Okay, now what time is it? I still think I can try to do one more. I have one more on my thumbnail. We can be honest to our thumbnails, but that's going to be the last one of today. And that's... Oh, okay. Why are you bugging out? Oh, weapon on OBS. Okay, let me... Okay, here we have. And I'm going to add Minato's kunai from Naruto. I mean, let's keep Minato smiling here in the corner. Yeah, these two, I'm really happy with the arsenal we are building. Find a way to forever. Why does Golden Kamui opening does not leave my mind today? Okay, and this we'll call this Minato Kunai. Oops. You can see here my references. Minato Kunai. So this is kind of, we'll start with the handle. It's kind of an ellipsis shape. And we have an ellipsis tool. So if I'm grabbing this will be like 20 by 40. Let's make it a tad smaller. 18 by 36. Or is that round? Is it round, the handle? It looks... Yeah, now that I'm looking at more references, I'm not sure if this is elliptical or actually completely round. And I have a feeling it is actually round. And it makes sense from an assembly point of view. If I'm grabbing this will be like 20 millimeters. What size did I use for yours? Expect 26 millimeters. This does seem a little bit... I'm gonna go for the same 26. That's how big. 26 millimeters may be too big. Let's go for 22. And just extrude this. If I'm holding this, it's kind of like 10 centimeters, which is 100 millimeters. Oops, let's not invert our button orders. 100. And now this goes. It has a smaller one, a smaller circle here. Let's use the offset. Minus 2. Yes. And this is like 2 millimeters. Go for another one. Offset. Minus 1.5. I'm actually... minus 2 is better. Not 2. Minus 2. And 2 more millimeters here. And now this has a small thing like 6 millimeters. I extrude it just a tad bit. We are going to add the ring that's on the handle, the back of the kunai. This is the back side of the kunai. And man, Naruto was such a banger. I miss watching Naruto. It is one of my favorite anime of all time. I don't think it's one of the best ones. I mean, I do think it's one of the best ones of all time. But like the cultural impact it had on me as a kid growing up and everything. Okay, it was a huge anime for me. Oops. It's gonna be like 6 millimeters. Oops. Something is poorly defined there. 4. Your 4. need to be here. And that's just a little bit bigger than this. It's kind of like the right size. Yeah, it feels correct already. Let's make the ring just a tad bit bigger. Oops. Let's add sketch dimensions. 14.5. 15. Okay, I'm happy with that. And now here it also kinda tapers down. It's one of those shows that everyone has heard about and everyone has seen probably when they were younger even. And there's a lot of really cool things that people forget about. Yeah, sometimes I'm watching, and I'm like, oh, this character! Oh, that arc was so cool! And I'm the kind of person that, when I watch a show, I remember every single detail, so I just need a small trigger, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember every single thing about this character, it was so cool! And hello, Daniel! Welcome to the stream, glad you could make it. And today we're not doing anything as complicated as Go. I mean, this is also complicated, but a different type of complicated. I'm building weapons! I'm 3D modeling weapons from famous anime. And I'm currently making... Do you know... I mean, you can see the character on the bottom left. Do you know this character? Have you seen this man? Yeah, I can kind of follow this stream. Yeah, I am... the promise is made. I am going to make a video that will help anyone understand Go. Yeah, of course. Nice. Minato, the yellow flash of Konoha. I was weaving on the early 2000s. Yes, the good old early 2000s. And by the way, just to show you, this is the weapons I've made today. They look really nice. This is the one from the other day. I quit very early on Shippuden. No! How could you? I do agree that regular Naruto is better, but Shippuden is also so cool. I watched the whole thing, except like the millions of fillers at the end. It's a big commitment. Are you watching One Piece? Speaking of big commitments. Talking about huge commitments, have you heard of this small indie anime known as One Piece? I am watching One Piece. Yes, okay. Man, right now One Piece is being so good. And One Piece is better. That's a hard topic. I do agree that One Piece, I think it's a better show than Naruto overall. Do I accept that comment or not? Or do I ban you? No, I won't ban you, don't worry. I'm just thinking on my opinion, because I think One Piece is better than Naruto. But I like Naruto more than One Piece. That's my stance. I think One Piece is better, but I prefer Naruto. That's my official stance. You heard it here first. Because personal preference is not the same. Okay, the same as your measure of quality. I think One Piece does so many things so well. It's insane. The world building and everything. But I feel like, for me, like, One Piece has a lot of really cool hype moments. But for me, the best moments in Naruto are better than the best moments in One Piece. I think your opinion would be different if you wouldn't have watched Naruto. I mean, I started watching both at the same time. So that argument... And for example, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I did watch it as an adult and I consider it one of the best shows out there. Yeah, the soundtrack... I think Naruto has a much better soundtrack than One Piece. I know that... Oh, what did I press? Okay. I know that you do not agree as far as me, as going with the very... a lot better. But I do prefer Naruto soundtrack a lot to One Piece's. I feel like One Piece has like some bangers like Overtaken. And I am biased because I started watching the fan edit One Piece in NES Lobby and they do make a great job at improving the pacing of One Piece. I watched One Piece like one episode per day, kinda, until whatchamacallit, Marineford. Marineford, I started watching it weekly, and then I did not enjoy the Fishman arc at all, and then I switched to the manga. Let's make this center become a little bit... There's something... I don't want this to be free like that. What I mean is that Naruto is more directed to young audience, so it resonates more with young people. I think Naruto and One Piece are very different. I do agree that I think One Piece is targeted towards more adults. I do agree with that. I feel like both are shows for all ages, but One Piece tackles more... Both tackle quite complex themes, but One Piece goes further, I feel like. I also... a thing that I need to say is that depending on where you go, online and offline, both have huge fandoms, and the Naruto fandom can be super toxic, but the One Piece fandom can also be insanely toxic. But I mean, you shouldn't judge a show by its fandom. Why are you moving sideways? Why are you not getting... Do I need to project that? And... Sorry, I'll go back to the One Piece and Naruto talk. Just struggling here. One Piece, Avatar, Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist, and all of that. True, true, true. Now this world shall know pain. Shinra Tensei. Yeah, I just like, for example, for me, like it's the concepts of Naruto, the Hidden Leaf Village, and everything. It's so cool. The characters. Okay, we are starting to get... This was a lot of fiddling around to get some things done. If I get this to 70 now... Okay, we are... This is exactly the measure I wanted. I wanted to make that a little bit more curved. All of this just to make this more curved. Then the inside has a very small arch. Let's make a line from here to here. Yeah, I also... Um, hmm. Yeah, I like the I also like that in Naruto. And another thing that I enjoyed more in Naruto is that both series are divided by arcs, but it felt like things flowed more. I feel like One Piece's world is better built and more coherent and more connected, but it feels the mechanic of islands, and it's like, oh, you get to know these amazing people. Okay, now they're all gone. Go to a different place. That works really well in One Piece, and that's one of One Piece's biggest strengths. And as I said, I think One Piece is better than Naruto, but I prefer Naruto's staying at the same place, seeing the, like, growing your understanding of the people there and everything. I like the staying on the same place kind of vibe that Naruto has. Oops. This is all going to just move everything back. Okay. This is this plus 75. Okay. 65. Okay, and this 65 is 257 minus 192. So this is this minus 192, and now I can just update this measure. Okay, and that will adjust the length of the blade alone. That's exactly what I wanted. And now we can get the two things here. Is that the correct shape? Looks kinda. Yeah, I think that is correct. And now we extrude. And this time we're going to start with it solid and subtract to the blade. So this is the thickest it can go. 4 millimeters seems fine. And now let's see if this works. I chamfer with two distances, this, and this. Okay, let's do less edges at the same time. Ba-ba-da-dam. Yes, oh! This is 3 millimeters, I believe. Oops. Wait, no, this is 3. And that one we increase to like 10. Oh, this is already... Oh, a shame this should be following that curve. Oh, I think that will happen. In terms of dynamics, I think we need to make this a little bit smaller. Actually, like only 8 millimeters. and it's looking more similar. But yeah, this doesn't have that nice curve on the inside. I think maybe we need to go to the primitive shape of this and make this more curvy, and that way the curve will shine through. But I don't think so. Let's make it ridiculously small. I mean, here, like this, it would work. So can I just make the other part more curvy? So this one, instead of being 62, oops, 60, oh no. Because this is looking nice, but there's something about this shape that I'm not enjoying how the chamfer is working. Oh, I have an idea. Let's try to do the chamfer separately and see how they look. Now I'm trying things. Three millimeters. And it goes something like this. And now if we add a second chamfer. But no, the other one was basically the same thing but looking better. How do I get this to behave how I want it to? I mean, I can accept it being like that. Oops. Maybe it's something about these designs that sometimes the design itself is just not realistic. So it becomes kind of like geometrically impossible. Okay, I think I know how I'm going to do. Oh, but this is a sharp edge here. Okay, I think I got it. Let's add some like 6 or 7 millimeters. And now... Okay, that is harming it. Please don't harm my blade. I can just do this beforehand. Yeah, now it's working better. Yeah, and I think this looks better. Like having a short thingy on that side. Because now it's making the point and everything work more as intended. That's a little bit too deep now that I've noticed. This is not 5 millimeters, this is 3. When this is... Okay, I like it like this. And now we just need to... Can I just make them all symmetrical? All of these chamfers. Sometimes the software doesn't like to mirror chamfers. Let's see if we are lucky. It wasn't that happy, no. So 5 and 3. Let's do it on this side now. 5 and 3. And that, oh, no, that's missing. That's not 3 millimeters. That's 2. Can I just... but I like the thickness of it. Feels correct. So let's just edit all of these 3s to 4s and see if things still look good. Wait, was that a 4 or was that a... Yeah, it's a 4. I mean, I kind of want to go back and make it 3 millimeters now that I look at it again. Yeah, this is better. Modify. Da-da-da. Mix-maxing. Min-maxing shapes, exactly. All my streams end up being about shapes. That's the secret. Go is a game about shapes. I'm the shape streamer. Where have I seen that before? Hello, I'm the Nando, your favorite shape here. Live on YouTube and Twitch. 3, and I think this was 7. 3 and 7, but let's check. Yes. Let's do the final chamfer. Modify. I can tell that I'm getting tired, but we are almost done as well. Three and 3. Okay, that's looking neat. Yellow flash of Konoha. Yeah, that's looking really neat. Okay, the picture here is in this stance. Let's get some color going on. Let's get more steel and darker steel. Faces, this goes here. Yes. When you color it, it's when all comes together. And this part in the back is also the darker shade of steel. Ooh, here we are up close and personal with it. And this is kind of scroll paper. I mean, last time I thought we wouldn't have leather, and we do. Where's the scroll paper? I mean, fabric light brown? That looks like clothes. That's not what I was expecting. Concrete. Liquid. Okay, if we put water here, what's going to happen? Oh, I guess. Black oxide, lead, palladium, platinum, titanium. Mirror. Ah, I'm getting doxed. It's revealing my face. Base materials. Metal, opaque, transparent, emissive. Oh, we can have bulbs. Wow. Oh, wow. Does this look... Oh, and probably in the rendering... Let me just... It emits light. Okay, okay, we can have neon. I can make glow sticks. Foam. Oops. I'm just loading a whole bunch of... Shredobit! Polystyrene! Nice. Yo! Wax. I mean, this kind of like looks like what we want. Let me just check other materials, but the wax... Plastic. The wax is kind of lit. We have asphalt. Oh, the wood is also nice because you can change the grains and the texture. Have mahogany and everything. Walnut. Stone. Solid wood. 3D ash. 3D maple. Stained wood. Okay, let's get the wax and get it a bit darker. Is the wax transparent? No. I don't think so. Let me... Wax shouldn't be transparent. It has a weird effect there that I'm not sure I enjoy. Let's get maybe just a base color. Maybe just shiny scroll paper. Yeah, let's get maybe not gemstone. What's ooh. How does layered look? Yeah, this... It's a bit too shiny. How does the opaque look? Looks less shiny. That seems to match. Maybe a little bit lighter. No, I think that's okay, actually. And do I draw the the kanji? I feel like it's not needed. I feel like, once again, if you are talking 3D printing, you would probably draw the kanji with a brush by hand. I think it would look way better than trying to 3D print the kanji. Let's go to our things. The freaking Caesars. Caesars jump scare. And let's insert component. Minato kunai. And it should be smaller. It makes sense that it's smaller than the other ones. This is just a kunai. I mean, I think the blades are probably too massive. I think that's what's going on, because next to that, it looks kind of like the same size. The blades are just so massive. But yeah, that was a nice amount of work, nice amount of progress that we've done here on stream. I'm very happy with how things turned out, especially these were a challenge. These were definitely the biggest challenge, and I'm very happy with how they turned out. But yeah, that was it for today in terms of streaming. I feel they aren't perfect, but they are quite good. I think they look real nice. And now, let me go back to my schedule, because this week is going to be a little bit different. This week, pretty cool, we are becoming a pro. Let's go! Let me go to another slide. Whoop. Yeah, this is going to be a very short week because I'm traveling. I'm traveling to the Netherlands, and next week I will do a stream doing a report about how my travels went, sharing some pictures, talking about it. But because I'll be traveling, I only have stream today and tomorrow this week. After that, I'll be traveling. So tomorrow I'll be back to play some more Go, and then I will have to see you in the next week. But I had a great time today. I hope you also enjoyed your time here. I hope I could keep you a little bit of company, yipping and yapping away. Journey to the known, exactly. And let's see on Twitch, is there anyone that I want to raid? I can't raid on YouTube yet. Oops. I don't see anyone that I'm extremely comfortable with. So I'm going to let you go on both YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, thanks for everyone who dropped by. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And if you want to see more, you can leave a like, you can leave a follow, you can leave a subscribe, you can leave whatever you want. But just the fact that you're here is already nice of a support. Thank you for showing up. And I do hope to see you in the next one. But if not, it was just fine having you here for today. Thanks for Waku Waku, and thank you Van, thank you Damn. Van and Damn, it rhymes. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you had a nice time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye, and have a good one, everyone.